So successful applications come down to a couple of points. Application volume. Okay, so as I said, this is a water volume, so minimum of 500 litres per hectare of water needs to be applied with the product. And we need to ensure then that we're using the right nozzles that go with it. So the nozzles are extra coarse and high volume because we're positioning this product into the soil. So we need to apply the big droplets. They're going to be coated with the product. We apply that into that soil profile, and that will help position it a little bit further down. We then follow it with 3 millimeters of irrigation or rainfall. Now, that second point there is probably an important one, and it's a point that we'll touch on today, and that is whether you need to tank mix this product with something like glyphosate. Now, obviously, if we're going to be tank mixing with glyphosate, then we don't want to be watering it on straight away, right? So Barricade gives you that flexibility of washing in with up to 7 days. And when we consider that, if you don't have any irrigation as well, so let's say we're applying it in an open space scenario, where you might have some big, garden beds out in an area that you're maintaining, you may not have any irrigation at all within those situations. This is where you need to trust your weather service in a way, your Met service. Okay, so if you're looking at your weather forecast coming up, and that weather forecast might say, well, we're due to receive 2 to 3 millimeters of rain tomorrow or 2 days' time or something like that, then you can tank mix with something like a glyphosate if you need to do that. Go out and apply the product, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, the Met service gets it right, and then you receive your 2 to 3 millimeters of irrigation a couple of days later, and that will then wash that product in for you. Because as we said in one of those introductory slides, the excellence in formulation with a product like Barricade means it's UV stable. So you can apply it, it can be under direct UV light outside, it's not going to break down. If you are producing nursery stock for your particular area, then it's a perfect product for your base as well. So over here, we have a number of nurseries that spray Barricade around their perimeters, right? Because the perimeters are where our weed seeds are when they're being transferred in, whether that's by wind or birds or however else. But they do keep clean their outside areas with products like Barricade as well. So if you reduce that weed source right at the actual source as well, so we're not transferring sort of weeds in with products or within pots, I should say, which then go into the areas that you're managing, and it's a good sort of knockdown point as well. So very handy to keep those areas clean, again, for extended periods of time.